Congratulations, John, on receiving the Silicon Valley Education Foundation's Pioneer Business Leader Award for all you do to improve education. We especially commend your passion to eliminate educational inequities for all children, which we at the Foundation also embrace. I especially want to thank you for your support of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation and our goals to make a positive impact on public education. Thank you.
John, I'd like to commend you on your lifelong commitment to education. We at TriNet share your passion around developing the nation's youth. I look forward to Silicon Valley being a model for the rest of the country when it comes to public education. I am happy to be here tonight to share in your honor. Congratulations.
I can't think of anyone more qualified than John Thompson to be recognized by Silicon Valley Education Foundation for all of his great leadership in the area of education. John and Sandy both together are tremendous philanthropists. They bring not only gifts of financial resources, but they bring their energy and their intellect to supporting organizations over time. In other words, they don't just pick small groups to support, they really focus in on the groups that they care most about, and they stick with them over time. As a corporate leader in our community, John has brought tremendous vision to his corporate philanthropy, a vision that many other companies in the Valley emulate and copy. John, congratulations to you for this award. It is very well deserved.
John, on behalf of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, I want to congratulate you for the pioneering work you've done as a business leader and the sense of purpose you brought to your philanthropic endeavors. On behalf of the over 260,000 students and over 13,000 teachers in Silicon Valley, congratulations.
Hi, I'm Alexis Favors and I'm in the 8th grade at Brunel Intermediate School in San Jose. Congratulations, Mr. Thompson, on receiving the Pioneer Business Leader Award, and thank you for your generous support for education. Do you realize, Mr. Thompson, that because of you and companies like Symantec, I spent my whole summer sitting in a classroom learning algebra? Actually, it worked out pretty well, because spending all that time in Stepping Up to Algebra program taught me all the basics of algebra that I didn't understand before. I finally got what polynomials and rational numbers were. That made me believe in myself, and now I love math. I know my mom never thought I'd say that. This past year I took algebra in 8th grade and I just finished it off with an A. Now I'm off to high school and I'm going to be taking geometry in 9th grade. I plan to go to college and become a teacher. Or, you never know, maybe I'll become a CEO of a major Silicon Valley company like you. So thank you, Mr. Thompson and Symantec and the Silicon Valley Education Foundation for all you do for students like me.
Well, thank you very much. It's truly an honor to be recognized for the work that Sandy and I do, not just here in our community, but what we try to do across the country. It's also an honor to be recognized in such a wonderful group of leaders from the Valley. Michael Marks, Ray Bingham, Bruce Chizen, the list goes on. These are all men who really have a purpose and put their beliefs behind the purpose that they have set out. What's interesting to me is that we all say and believe in the value of public education. We all recognize that we would not be where we are today were it not for that foundational layer that was developed or built when we were in grade school. And quite frankly, Silicon Valley is a place that is a hallmark for what education can do for those who put forth just a little bit of effort. And so what Sandy and I have tried to do is make sure that we not only give of our minds and our financial resources, but we put our heart and our soul behind that. Teach for America is one of those. All Stars Helping Kids is another. They're both fabulous organizations that work at the bedrock of helping kids perform better in school. And there's no better way to use the resources and capabilities of every man and woman in this room and every individual in this community than helping kids who want to have a better shot. It's interesting. Tonight, there are two people here in the audience from those organizations. Emily Bobble from Teach for America and Marlon Evans from All Stars Helping Kids. They represent the energy of this effort. Thank you for being what you are, ladies. My mother was a fifth grade teacher, and my mother taught me two fundamentals: the value of education and the value of discipline. And she reminded me all the time that an education without discipline could very well be wasted. And so I've spent a lifelong quest to try to get some discipline in my life, and Sandy can tell you just how hard that might be. But I know that life's quest is also all about learning. And so let me put that quest in some context for you. I grew up in a community in West Palm Beach, Florida, where a young African-American kid could be a teacher, a preacher, a doctor, a lawyer. And if you could be one of those four things, you would have a wonderful, wonderful life's opportunity. But I decided I didn't want to do that I wanted to be a businessman. Now, I had no idea what that meant, because in my community, that was the individual who owned the local dry cleaner or owned the local grocery store, not someone who might be in charge of the fourth largest software company in the world. And I knew I couldn't be a teacher because I didn't want to have to teach a kid like me. I was a hellion in high school. And I was never dedicated to any of those other things. And so even after receiving a music scholarship to go to Lincoln University, someone forgot to ask me to read the fine print. And that fine print said, "You must major in music, Dodo, not business." Well, because I really didn't want to major in music, I decided that I would change schools and go to Florida A&M, a historically black college in Tallahassee. And right out of there, I joined IBM, and I was only going to be there for 2 years because I was going to be a lawyer now, one of those four. Well, 27 years, 9 months, and 13 days later, I left IBM to join Symantec. And it's been one of the most wonderful career experiences I've ever had, short of Virtual Instruments, my new deal.